afternoon, good evening, or even good morning. This is our global call, so many people are joining from different countries. And like always, every Wednesday, there is a time for a training to learn something new. And today we will talk about a special thing, very interesting stuff. News are coming about our special product which with all those upgrades which you will hear today actually became very unique and special product core. So I'm not the only one on this call. Together is my dear friend, uh, very good leader, how to say, amazing guy, Marco Klum, senior vice president. So a lot of knowledge um, about Bitcoin, about crypto, about mining, and I'm honored that we are together now on this call. So we will go through all those upgrades. And when I heard about the upgrades, what will happen, I was so excited because then I realized, oh my God, this is exactly what we needed. And when we talked with Marco, I remember he said, now this is the real core. so, so hello, Marco. How are you? Yeah, you can unmute yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, man, I'm great. Exactly how you said. Like 2 days ago, we had this talk, and yeah, I really did have problems sleeping after that because it was just as exciting as you described it. And I'm very happy that we're the ones that can bring this message today to all the people from all over the world. I see we have a huge number of participants today, so everyone is as equally excited as we are about the news. And yeah, we will deliver.
Yes, great, great. So you can share the screen and let's go through all those upgrades. And of course, um, later on, probably you will need to hear this information a few times, you know. Also, you will get the presentation so you can learn out of it. We will put in our groups so everyone can catch all those upgrades.
Yes. So we're just going to start into it.
Let's go.
So, well, everyone here is a mining racer, right? And we are all very happy to be part of this big revolution that we're doing right now, because we are really the biggest Bitcoin community and the fastest growing Bitcoin community on earth. And that is something special, because if we talk about Bitcoin in itself, we know how big of a topic Bitcoin is for the world right now. It's a revolution. It's one of the most important things that is happening in the world right now. And in the topic of Bitcoin, mining race is the revolution. Like really giving people access to Bitcoin mining. And you know, there have been companies doing that ever since mining existed. But there was only like an old way, like a very conservative way to get access to mining. And it was hidden in huge costs and technical knowledge and all of that. And mining race really made Bitcoin mining accessible to everyone with easy solution, simple solution. And this is why we all love mining race. And you know how mining race brought us the product that made everyone happy, the stable mining card. You all know it because everyone of you has it, right? And that is the point we were talking about. The company, Rami Asridi, Ali Abuzinjal, and all the team of Mining Race, they're all the time talking about customer satisfaction. They want to make the people that are mining Bitcoin together with Mining Race happy. That is what they define as a premium product. So they always look at feedback. They know what you are talking about. They know what you are giving as a feedback and saying, and they saw some very clear things. What you love about the stable mining cards are 2 or 3 points that make it so special. So they thought about a way to give you exactly what you love for even more. We're going to talk about that today. So while everyone has the stable mining card, You already heard about the mining course. Well, you have at least one in your account, right? Because Mining Race makes sure that you start with one core by giving you one core for free in every license that is included. Now, we see the core had a little journey of development because the company was launching the product. And as I said, they were looking at especially what you love about the product that everybody is using the stable mining card, and they thought of a way to combine the course with these details of the stable mining card. So as you all know, and we told you many times in private calls with the leaders and all of that, Bitcoin mining power, and especially a premium product like the stable mining card, cannot be unlimited. That is for sure. Not everybody in the world can do Bitcoin mining, and even less people can do Bitcoin mining with a stable mining card. We know that. We have talking about this all the time. The company makes sure that they can expand their resources and deliver to you the solution as long and as big as possible. But you know, you're one of the premium clients who had the luck to be with us in the first hour of this long and big journey, and therefore be owner of the stable mining cards. Now the company found a way to give you this premium experience for a longer term vision, right? And this is where the core is finding its home today. I think we can say that, right? So please look at the introduction of a mining core. It's very simple. You know how it works. The mining core is 1 terahash of real Bitcoin mining power running for you. And you know how it goes. It's a product that is fixed on a time frame, and that is 1 year. So when you buy a core, you get essentially 1 terahash of Bitcoin mining for 1 year. That is the product. And now we're looking at the product at a new pricing that is $20. You know, that's the most affordable way to get into Bitcoin mining. And you can split very easily how much terahash you want to run. If you want 24 terahash, you can have it. You want 144 terahash, you can have it. Because in single steps, you can increase your mining power with the mining core. Very interesting. So, as you all know, the core had an additional feature um, that was called the core races. We're going to talk about that in a second. You will not miss that. But first of all, now we're bringing the mechanism which you all love so much, which is the auto renew, to the course. That is a very exciting thing to say, really. That really that really gave me the goosebumps when I heard that. So that is essentially the reason everybody is loving the stable mining cards, because now I can start Bitcoin mining with real Bitcoin mining power, and I can increase my Bitcoin mining power without having to pay extra again from the outside. That is what people love. You know, they can see, aha, I can start with a certain amount of cards and use the auto renew effect to buy me a new card every time it is possible for my account. And in this way, people understand that they have a building phase for their account and increase their mining power to new heights which they did not invest initially. That is really the magic of the compound effect everybody is loving out there, and the company knows that. So now they're bringing to you um, not only a better core price, which is $20, $70 for the core, $3 activation fee, you saw that. They're not only bringing you a new core price, but they're bringing you the auto buy feature, which means if activated, the earnings of your course will buy you a new core as soon as it's possible. So another thing that makes this even more exciting is that the core will have a different price when bought in auto buy mode. Let me give you an example. You have your number of cores, you pay $20 for them to get them, and now your cores start accumulating Bitcoin, just like the stable mining cards. But now, as soon as you reach $16 of earnings, the system will buy you a new core. So being in the auto buy, thinking long-term vision, showing the interest in being a long-term Bitcoin mining power accumulator gives you the advantage to even buy at an even better price that the price drop already is giving you to. So the new core price is $20, but also with the auto buy, you can have it for $16 while increasing your Bitcoin mining power in very, very fast steps. Think about it. Essentially, this auto buy effect is 20 times faster than it can be with the stable mining cards, because every time $16 is in your pockets, there's going to be activation of a new core. Very exciting for the core and the building of your Bitcoin mining power. But that's not all. That's not all. We're even talking about giving you these kind of discounts. We buy more than one core. And these discounts already starting at 10 cores. So if you're going to get yourself 10 cores, there's going to be one free core on top of that, and you get 11 cores. You're going to buy 50 cores, there's 7 cores on top, making it 57 cores. With 100 cores, you get 16 cores on top, which is 116 cores. And if you say, oh man, I want to get into this auto buy and all this long-term vision we have with the core, you're going to get yourself 500 cores. There's going to be 100 free cores on top of that, making it 600 cores. So having a new bundled price structure starting at $20, giving you free cores the more you buy, and also activating auto buy to get the auto bought cores at the lowest price possible. That is what we brought into the course, and that is what's making me so excited about these changes. I know Damir has a very interesting thing to say about that in a second. Let's go through something more that is happening with the course, because I know that is very exciting. That is great news, but that is not all. We're going to continue, and please, let's put that into a summary. Yeah, thank you. The auto buy, you know, you can increase your power automatically. That is what you loved about the stable mining cards, now available for the course as well. You know how it works. As soon as the amount is accumulated, the system buys a new core for you. And you can now disable this auto buy for all the cores at once. So you have one switch in your account, one switch. And if the switch is activated, your core earnings will be invested in new cores. You put this switch off, all the earnings of all your cores will be claimable balance in your mining credits. And now you can switch this auto buy switch every 48 hours. So in an example, you have your auto buy going, the system is buying you new cores, new cores, new cores, new cores, and you say, okay, I want now 1 week of Bitcoin mining earnings in my claimable balance. You switch it off, you accumulate Bitcoin in your claimable balance for 1 week, and you say, okay, that's good. Now I want the auto buy again. You switch it on, all of the core earnings are going into accumulating more Bitcoin power for you again. Switchable every 48 hours, ultimate flexibility. So the mining core, it generates you daily mining rewards. You know that, 1 terahash for 1 year. And also, you know that it is participating in the core races. And the core races now even got better. We're talking about power racing now, which I'm going to show to you in a second. But also now, and I think everybody at home is excited right now, the core will contribute 10% of its power to the grid bonus, essentially meaning the core is giving grid bonus. In the same structure as the grid bonus is working for all the other products. So just like you get grid bonus from stable mining cards and devices, you also get grid bonus from the course starting now. But as I told you just before, the core races is now power racing, making it, as the name speaking, more powerful. So let's take a look into the power racing mode. So the power racing mode, the core racing mode as you know it, it's on top of the actual product. The product is a Bitcoin mining product, you know. It is generating Bitcoin for you every single day with 1 terahash for 1 year. That is the product. The layer that is on top is the core racing. You always understood that. Now, you look at this layer that is on top of the core mining Bitcoin for you. And we had this block race and this sprint race going on. And now, because we see people love to increase their Bitcoin mining power, we're giving that again a huge boost. So, as you know, the competition factor of the block race and the sprint race is very exciting. Every 10 minutes, you have the chance to win a block race. Every week, there's a sprint race you can win. And now, the rewards of this block race will be rewarded in course, as well as the sprint race will be rewarded in course. That is a very, very powerful tool. Think about it. Every 10 minutes, we're going to increase the Bitcoin mining power of the network by 1 terahash. We are doing this every 10 minutes. And every week, we're going to increase the Bitcoin mining power in the network by a huge stack. And that is not random, that is actually well calculated. Let's take a look at that. So, as you know, block race every 10 minutes. If you win the block race, you get another core on top of that, which is a new core that is also freshly activated and participating in the sprint race for you. But now the sprint race will happen on Wednesdays, as you know, and in the sprint race you can now win a huge amount of cores depending on how many cores are participating in the sprint race. So for every 20 cores that are right now participating in the sprint race, there will be one core as a reward in the sprint race. Let me make it simple. So there's 1,000 cores participating in the sprint race of this week. So the reward will be 50 cores. The winner will get 50 cores. But now the winner will have 50 cores that are mining Bitcoin with 1 terahash every day, that are also participating in his account in the auto compound, will make that faster. Also 50 new cores that will give him the chance to win a block race to get another core to will boost that compound effect, and also participation in the block race and also participation in the sprint race again. So that is really a speed booster for all of the system. And as you saw, like in the weeks before, we had roughly 5, 6, 7,000 cores in the sprint race happening. Now you understand how much new cores will be activated just by auto buy effect and just by block race giving out new cores. So a lot of new cores will happen. So many more cores will be in the sprint race. So the reward, of course, in the sprint race will also be higher. While all of these puzzle pieces are boosting each other in efficiency and speed and Bitcoin mining power, which is really incredible. So the core now, works also with the bonuses you love from Iconix. And just we switched that grid link, from the winnings of the block and sprint race to the grid bonus. So everything is very easy for you. There's the grid bonus, there's the 20 levels you know about, there's the percentages, and it works the same for all products. Stable mining cards, machines, and now the course too. Everybody is loving that. So race credits, you know how the race credits works. There's 5% for a direct sale that you do. So you go out to somebody, you show him the course, he's going to buy the core, you will get 5% race credits, which means a direct bonus. So the auto buy core is happening automatically, which is not a direct sale because it's just happening. That does not include race credits. But now to the very interesting part. There's a 10% network bonus for the products that we sell with mining race that we accumulate in Iconix. But the network volume will now be boosted for new core sales to 25% instead of 10%. So just to make that clear, we have 10% of the mining products we sell as network volume. That is what we have right now. Now with the new core, this is going to be boosted to 25% for new core sales for the introduction we're doing with the course. 25% network volume, all new core sales. So now the auto buy is happening with the course. And as we showed you, as we just talked about, there's going to be new cores just developing out of existing ones. And even these new bought auto cores with the auto buy will give you the 10% network volume as it is the standard. So that is also a huge booster overall for everybody involved with Iconix for the grid bonus and also the network volume. Huge amount. let's talk about that in a minute, Damir. As you are an expert for the grid bonus, where everybody loved your grid bonus call. Let's have a talk about that in a second. So I think even we reached the finishing line. Yes. Just to sum it up, we will have the core working with the essential feature you love from the stable mining cards. So the core will now have an auto buy, which activates you a new core as soon as you have the $16 available in your account. The new core is a price of $20, but if it's bought with the auto buy mode, it will be only $16. Also, if you're buying more than one core at once, you have a bundle structure which gives you free cores when you buy 10, 50, 100, or 500 cores. Then the block race is now rewarding the winner with a core, with a new core. That new core is also participating in the accounts, auto compound feature. Now with the new block races for 1 year, mining for 1 year, and also participating in the sprint race, will participate. Every new core will participate in the sprint race. Making it possible to get even win a huge amount of cores, which will integrate in all of these other things we just said. Also, the cores are giving grid bonus now. Also, the cores are boosting your network volume and rank volume by giving you 25% instead of 10% now. All of this giving you the option to make it very flexible while switching off auto buy mode every 48 hours on and off as much as you like. I think that is the summary of what we have to say today, but I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on that, Damir.
Marco, you explained perfectly. So there is nothing much more to add. Only one more thing. Uh, there is something. So when you buy a license, of course, everybody knows that each license for the mining cards is limited. So starter 1 card, premium 9 cards, platinum 30 cards, prime 50 cards. But when you buy cores, each license is unlimited for the cores. So for example, you buy 10 cores or 100 or 500, without a buy, every day new cores will be bought and you can have unlimited cores on one license. This is amazing. Okay. And also we are preparing the calculations. Probably next week we will also have on the training Excel calculations. What can we expect from the course? But we know one interesting thing, that, for example, you have 500 cores on your license spot. In 1 year, you can have 1,300. So what does the compound effect means? With cores, it's much faster because it's only $16 needed to be collected, and it's already one new core, one new core. So try to imagine what will happen in your organization with grid bonus when people will compound cores. So daily your grid bonus will go up, up, up. And of course, with network volume also, every new core is bringing 10% to the network volume. So I'm really excited that now this product is more similar to the mining card, which is a best-selling product, as you know. So grid bonus and compounding effect, auto buy, like auto renewal. So, but of course, yeah, one core, it's more, let's say, as we all know that mining card is dollars ROI orientated. Here is a little bit different. We will explain next week with calculations. But of course, we are mining with 1 terahash power directly. And yeah, I'm excited. And now, as Marco said, when we heard the information 2 days ago, now this is the real core. Before it was core, but now this version 2.0 is much more upgraded. It's better for the client. It's better for the builders, for community, and of course, our company invented it, so it's great also for the company, of course. So, Marco,
Yeah.
what shall we do?
Yeah, that's a perfect addition to that. I mean, it's safe to say that everyone's favorite product is the stable mining card, and there's a reason for that. because there is no concept in Bitcoin mining than the stable mining card, which gives the safe ROI goal. You're reaching that ROI goal no matter what the market is giving to you. So it is, I think, safe to say that everybody wants to get their hands on the stable mining cards, but it's also everyone's task to get their head into Bitcoin and the Bitcoin market and the revolution that is happening around the world. And if I have my stable mining cards running for me, now I can be a little bit more calm because I know there's Bitcoin being produced for me all the time. Now I can invest some time in understanding Bitcoin, reading about Bitcoin, all while my stable mining cards are running for me. And now, maybe if I understand the future of Bitcoin and the revolution of Bitcoin, I start to understand a longer term vision and get myself a mining course that are constructed for a longer term vision in Bitcoin and in Bitcoin mining. And now you don't have to, decide because the mining course also give you the feature that you love, which is investing in Bitcoin mining power for long term and accumulating more Bitcoin mining power over time. So I love that to have chapters of the journey that I can get my head to be into to be more advanced even after I started with the stable mining cards.
I completely agree, Marco. And you explain things like you're a professor on the college, so smoothly. And I think that now also we recorded this presentation so people can hear it more. So to get this, the new information, and I hope that everyone will like it and will love it. So
Yes.
yeah, that's it for today. Or I don't know. What do you think? Shall we be?
It sounds like an unworthy ending to say that's it for today, because that is actually a very huge announcement. But as we are speaking, we already spoke about this for 2 days, and we had
Mhm.
our blood rush going on for 2 days already in this topic. So now we're a little bit relieved to get you this exciting news finally to you. Now it is your time at home to speak about it. There will be, the sprint race of today being finished, of course. I think it already finished, and after that, there will be, the update being implemented as soon as we control it as a company. It is implemented as of after the sprint race tonight. But also there's factors we cannot control, like app update that needs to go through Google Play and Apple App Store. So it can maybe take another day or two for this update to reach the devices. But the update is planned as for today, as right now, and you're gonna see the changes in your app very soon.
Okay, I have here four questions, and they are nice questions, so I can also answer. So Bianca asked, for how long do the cores run? So when you buy a core, you actually buy 1 terahash power for 1 year, 365 days. For example, as we know for the cards, is around average 120 days. Here is for 1 year. Okay. Will the old cores run for 1 year or switch to the new system? All cores will switch to the new system. All cores. Okay. And
Yeah, sorry.
yeah. So does auto rebuy also starts with cores we already have? Yes, but probably we don't know how it will look like in the back office. But probably you will need to turn it off, to turn it on, turn on the button for auto rebuy, because we all bought cores. We all people who have cores from before, now they need to decide if they want to rebuy, auto buy new cores, or they want to just have all the money in the mining, in the claimable balance like it was till now. So it will be also, depends on each person what they will decide. Okay. And then we have also one more question, which I think is also interesting. If auto buy is active, then will it buy a new core when there is $16 worth of Bitcoin on mining credits, or when there is $16 worth of Bitcoin mined by cores, only by cores? So when you have mining cards, it will be separate. When mining cards will produce you enough for another card, they will buy you another card. And if you have cores, when those cores will produce you $16, will buy you another core. So it will not happen that it will take money from the card buying cores or opposite. Okay? Two different products, each of them auto renewal for cards, auto buy only with cores.
Yeah, and also important to say that the company has made a big effort to show you the difference of the data as well. So when you go into your mining credits, you have the option to filter these by stable mining card, by cores, by device, by grid bonus. So you can actually see what your stable mining cards are accumulating, and you can see what your cores are accumulating. That is already in the app for a longer time, so you can have the full transparency over these processes.
Okay, thank you. We have few more questions, and I think that they are good questions. So, can you withdraw ROI from course if you have the button auto rebuy turned off? Okay, if you don't want to compound course, then all your Bitcoin that comes from the course goes to claimable balance, and of course you can withdraw from claimable balance. Okay, but then you can switch, like Marco said, after 48 hours, you can decide now I want them to auto buy. Then you turn off the button, and then again, it's compounding happening. So you can decide, like Marco said, for 1 week, I need more, I need Bitcoin to my wallet. Then you take the Bitcoin, and then later you can compound, and then you can take again. So you can play a little bit. Depends how much Bitcoin you want and how much you need. Okay. The core activation.
Also,
Sorry. Yeah, Marco. Sorry.
yeah, there's two questions I want to answer with the same answer, because somebody asked, how long does it take to get $60 per core, which is a question about the auto renew system, which is the same, working the same, like with the stable mining card. So they're accumulating together. And another question is, where's the best place to start? I'm brand new, and the answer to both of these questions is, please talk to the person who brought you into mining race, because they know how the system works, and they can speak with you about the products and how that works in detail.
Yes, thank you. So many questions. The core activation has nothing to do with auto renew. Is it dependent on this? Mhm. Is it independent? I don't understand the question, but like I said, so auto renew is for mining cards, and auto buy is for cores. Different product, okay? Different product. So, do every license get one core free? The answer is yes, because that didn't change. So, when you buy license, you get one core for free. Okay? Can you explain why we should disable the cores every 48 hours? No, it's not a must. If you want to claim your Bitcoin that was mined from the cores, you can turn off the button, auto buy turned off, and then you take the Bitcoin. So,
Mhm.
but every 30 every 48 hours you can switch the button on off, but it's not a must. You can leave it for 1 year, and you can compound cores. Depends how much cores you have, so the compounding will be faster, of course, if you have more cores.
It's just a company giving you the flexibility to do whatever you like, you know? And if you would ask about our personal opinions, not ask us as, someone who presents now the news from the company. If you ask us as personal people who have the products for themselves and use the products for themselves, I will tell you to not switch it off. You're in here for the long term. You would be anyway if you're interested in Bitcoin. You would not buy Bitcoin to exit the Bitcoin market again in 2 months. And as in the same long-term thinking, you are in here for the Bitcoin mining. So you're in here to mine many years to come, and to accumulate Bitcoin over many, many years to come. And the only thing that can be better to accumulate Bitcoin for the years to come is to accumulate Bitcoin mining power, because this will generate Bitcoin for you over the time. And I think that is the answer, to look at these products also with a long-term vision, the same as you should look at Bitcoin.
Thank you, Marco. One more question. How long does it take to get $16 per core? That's a good question. And we can check. independent website, hashrateindex.com, and we can check the daily hash price, okay, of each terahash. Because in the case of course, there are no commissions, okay? This is the product that company made. So you will see the daily reward for 1 terahash. It's, let's say, the average 3 cents, so $0.03, okay, per day, 3 cents. So you can calculate how much cores you need if each produces 3 cents a day, you know, and then 16, when it's 16 altogether, of course, when you have 100 cores, so 100 terahash, it's around $3 per day, let's say, something like this, you know. If you have 200 cores, it goes faster, 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 okay? But like I said, we'll do a calculation next week, but I know that if you have 500 cores, you can reach after 1 year 1,300 cores with auto buy. So not only to duplicate the hash power, but you go to 160%. So it's real good, okay? With this core, is it still possible to win block race? With existing core, you can still win block race every 10 minutes, but for sprint race, only the new cores that were bought in this week are going to the sprint race for a weekly race, okay? So many
Great.
questions. So
Yeah,
many.
great. I think that's now the job, because we
Yeah.
also do the effort, to bring the information in detail to the leaders in your uplines. So
Yes.
it will now be the point for you to talk to your upline about these new informations, and we will make sure that we deliver new informations about that and clarify your questions you have about this over the time. So this is not the last day we're talking about it. This is an
Yes.
introduction about these exciting news. I hope you're all excited as we are. And now is really the time to speak to your upline about it, and look for your long term path with Mining Race.
Thank you so much, Marco. I'm excited. And yeah, let's do it. Successful week for everyone. And join us, those who are in the Central Europe. We start European tour. So in Saturday, we are in Austria, in Graz. The event was sold out 2 weeks ago already. The biggest hall that was option to rent is there. Then in Sunday, we are in Budapest, Hungary. Then in Tuesday next week, we are in Croatia, Zagreb. In Thursday, we are in Serbia, Belgrade. So many events, probably you know. Just a reminder, and see you. Thank you, Marco.
Thank you, Damir. Goodbye.